recent take on the Watchmen IP, Rorschach by Tom King and Jorge Fornes. Now this one only exists because of what the HBO show did. It takes the idea of Rorschach and it turns it into a psychotic virus that jumps from person to person. And this story takes place roughly a year after the events of the TV show, which they reference in issue number 1. This story also expands on the Watchmen universe, showing how the Squid hoax has made some Americans ultra paranoid and how 5 terms of a Democrat president in Redford has put the country on edge. This handles Rorschach in a much more abstract manner. The story essentially goes backwards as we follow this nameless detective, which is funny given that Rorschach was essentially dressed as a classic pulpy detective. And he is investigating 2 foiled assassins who attempted to murder a presidential candidate, a woman, Laura Cummings, aka The Kid, dressed as a cowgirl, and a man, Will Myerson, dressed as Rorschach. Fun fact, this Rorschach mask has the same exact pattern on it as the last time we see Rorschach wearing the mask in the original book. As our detective dives deeper into the investigation, he uncovers, much like Rorschach, a larger conspiracy behind the assassination attempt, and starts to see clues and connections where there might be none. At the end, our main guy ends up being consumed by the idea of this Rorschach and completes the mission that Rorschach didn't. This wasn't an isolated case though. Throughout the book, we see how Laura Cummings transmits this madness, thus spreading the Rorschach idea as a sickness, creating a sort of cult-like following. There's much more backstory that goes into this, but I highly recommend you picking this book up and reading it yourself. This is 100% worth it.